Okay, welcome dear students. Today let us revise few questions. Let us discuss some questions on the chapter your polynomial and trigonometry. Okay, so these questions are very important from the examination point of view, that is class 10 board examination. Okay, so let me discuss one question. Suppose you are given a polynomial say x minus 2. See, this is a question on the chapter polynomial. Can x minus 2 be the remainder on division of a polynomial p of x by 2x plus 3? So what is the meaning of this question? You see, in this question x minus 2 is a polynomial, p of x is another polynomial, and 2x plus 3 is another polynomial. The question is, division algorithm for polynomial. When we divide one polynomial by another, we get some quotient and remainder. And what is the formula for division algorithm? You already know. The question is whether this x minus 2 can it be the remainder, or will it be the remainder if a polynomial p of x, that means this is the dividend, p of x is the dividend. Now the question is, if it is divided by 2x plus 3, see, this is a linear polynomial whose degree is 1, okay, this is a linear polynomial whose degree is 1. Now if p of x, we do not know what degree polynomial is p of x, we do not know. The question is, if p of x is divided by 2x plus 3, will it give you a remainder equal to x minus 2? That means, will the remainder be x minus 2 if a polynomial p of x is divided by a linear polynomial say 2x plus 3? If it is yes, why? If it is no, why not? Okay, what is the reason? You have to justify. See, how to justify? How to know whether this x minus 2 will be the remainder on dividing a polynomial p of x by a linear polynomial 2x plus 3. What is the process? Children, while discussing division algorithm, children, you must have known that the degree of remainder, this is the remainder and this is the divisor. We know that the degree of remainder is always less than degree of what? Your divisor. You see, degree of remainder should always be less than the degree of divisor. Then only your division algorithm will be satisfied. Okay, division algorithm, what is the formula? You know, p of x equal to your g of x into q of x plus r of x. This is the formula for division algorithm. This remainder, the degree of remainder, the degree of either the remainder will be 0 or its degree will be less than the degree of the divisor. Then only division algorithm will be satisfied. Okay, now the point is, you see, now in this particular question, look at, this is the remainder. What is the degree? Degree of x minus 2 is 1, and here also the degree of divisor is 1. Is the degree of remainder x minus 2 less than degree of divisor, that is 2x plus 3? The answer is no. As the two degrees are same, so x minus 2 cannot be the remainder. Okay, so how to write? Now by division algorithm we know that degree of r is less than degree of divisor, but here degree, you see, degree of your x minus 2 equal to 1 and degree of 2x plus 3, which is the divisor, it is also 1. That means equal. Therefore, we will say, therefore x minus 2 can't be the remainder. Okay, x minus 2 cannot be the remainder on dividing a polynomial p of x by another linear polynomial 2x plus 3. Okay, this is the answer. So the answer is, it cannot be, x minus 2 cannot be the remainder on dividing p of x by, cannot be the remainder on dividing p of x by your 2x plus 3. Because in this case the degree of remainder and divisor, it has become same, it is same, that is 1 each. So x minus 2 cannot be the what? Remainder. Okay, now let us discuss another question. See, here is a question on trigonometry. Suppose you are given, suppose you are given 7 sin square theta plus 3 cos square theta equal to 4. So what will be the value of tan theta? If 7 sin square theta plus 3 cos square theta is 4, what will be the tan ratio of the angle theta? How to find out? It is very simple, children. Just to break this one, 7 sin square theta, it can be written as 4 sin square theta plus 3 sin square what? Theta plus 3 cos square theta equal to 4. Now see. Now out of this 3 sin square theta plus 3 cos square theta, we can take common 3. Now if we take common 3, it will be sin square plus theta plus cos square theta, whose value is 1, you know the identity. So this will be, look at 4 sin square theta plus take common 3, it will be sin square theta plus cos square theta is again 4. Now in place of this we will take 1. So 4 sin square theta, this 3 into 1 is 3, so it will be taken to the right hand side. 4 minus 3, it is 1. See, okay, so 4 sin square theta is 1. So what will be sin square theta? First you find sin square theta, it will be 1 by 4. And what will be sin theta? It will be the square root of 1 by 4. Take the positive square root, it will be 1 by 2. Sin square theta will be 1 by 4, square root of sin square. Sin theta will be square root of 1 by 4, that is 1 by 2. Now we got the value of sin theta. We got the value of sin theta, but we want to find tan theta. So we can now easily find what is cos theta. Find out what is the formula. It is 1 minus sin square theta. That means 1 minus 1 by 2 whole square. So it will be 1 minus 1 by 4. It will be 3 by 4 square root. So this is root 3 by 2. See. So the value of cos theta will be root 3 by 2 and the value of sin theta is 1 by 2. Okay. Now we got the value of sin theta and cos theta, you know. But our aim is to find what? Our aim is to find tan theta. You know how to express tan theta in terms of sin and cos. Okay. The identity tan theta is equal to sin by cos, sin theta by cos theta. Therefore tan theta will be equal to sin theta by cos theta. Now what is the value of sin theta? It is 1 by 2. And what is the value of cos theta? It is root 3 by 2. So 2 cancel, it will be 1 by root 3. See. So if 7 sin square theta plus 3 cos square theta is 4, then the value of tan theta will be how much? It will be 1 by root 3. Okay. Children, I hope you understood the process. Okay. Now let us discuss another question. See question number 3. What is given? In question number 3 it is given. It is again a question on polynomial. See. If alpha and beta, you know, a quadratic polynomial has 2 zeros, namely alpha and beta. Suppose you are given alpha beta are the zeros of this polynomial. See. So the given quadratic polynomial is x square minus 2x minus 15. And you are given alpha beta, these are 2 zeros already given. Then what is the question? The question is you find or form another quadratic polynomial whose 2 zeros will be 2 alpha and 2 beta. You know what is the process? Let me discuss. So as alpha and beta are zeros of this polynomial, so first you find the sum of the zeros. That is alpha plus beta. It is, you know the formula, minus b by a. So it is minus 2 by 1 because the value of b is minus 2 in this polynomial. It is in the form ax square plus bx plus c, which is the general form of every quadratic polynomial. So the value of b is minus 2. So minus 2, it is 2. And what is the product of alpha and beta? It is c by a. What is the value of c? Minus 15. And a is 1, so it is minus 15. Now we got the value of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. That is sum of zeros and product of zeros of this polynomial. Okay. But what is our aim? Our aim is to find another polynomial. We have to form another polynomial whose 2 zeros are given. So you see, these are the given zeros of the polynomial which we want to form. Now, if the polynomial which we want to form, its zeros are given. So first you find the sum of, you see, what is the sum of? Sum equal to 2 alpha plus 2 beta. These are the zeros of the polynomial to be formed. Okay. Now this will be 2 into alpha plus beta. Now what is the value of alpha plus beta? It is 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. Similarly, find out the product of zeros p it is 2 alpha into 2 beta. C, it is 4 alpha beta. Alpha beta means it is minus 15. 4 into minus 15, it will be minus 60C. Now, this is the sum of the zeros and product of zeros of the polynomial to be formed, which we want to form or make. Okay. Now, therefore, so what will be the required quadratic polynomial? We have already formed we already know the formula. What is the formula? The formula is k into x square, where k is any constant, minus sum of 0, that is alpha plus beta into x, plus alpha into beta. This is the formula. This is the formula to find what? The quadratic polynomial. You see, where k is any constant. So this will be k into x square minus, what is the sum? Alpha plus beta. What is the value we got here? Alpha plus beta is here 4 minus 4x, then plus alpha into beta. How much we got? Minus 60. See. So this will be k into x square minus 4x minus 60. Now this k is to be made 1 for k equal to 1, because the value of k must be equal to 1. We have to make it 1. So if k equal to 1, you see, then what will be the quadratic polynomial? Required quadratic polynomial? It will be x square minus 4x minus 60. So this will be the required quadratic polynomial whose zeros are 2 alpha and 2 beta. Children, I hope you understood this one. Now let us discuss another one. Another question on trigonometry. It is very interesting. Let us see. Suppose you are given in a particular question, suppose you are given the value of C, question number 4. Suppose you are given cos theta plus sin theta. See, cosine ratio of an angle theta plus sine ratio of an angle theta is given. Suppose it is given root 2 cos theta. Look at. Suppose you are given cos theta plus sin theta is, that is cosine ratio of angle theta plus sine ratio of angle theta is equal to root 2 cos theta. Then the question is, find the value of this one. Or we have to show that cos theta minus sin theta. Then cos theta minus sin theta equal to, it will be root 2 sin theta. How to prove? To prove, you see. So how will you prove that the value of cos theta minus sin theta will be equal to root 2 sin theta if it is given that cos theta plus sin theta is root 2 cos theta. Okay, let us discuss. This question may come in two ways. Either you may be asked to find the value of cos theta minus sin theta, or you may also be asked prove that cos theta minus sin theta will be equal to root 2 sin theta if cos theta plus sin theta is given root 2 your cos theta. Okay, let us see how to do. This can also be solved in a very simple way. This particular question can be solved in a variety of ways. We can prove this one, or we can find the value of this cos theta minus sin theta in a variety of ways. Okay, there are different methods to find the value. Let me tell you the easiest one. Okay, so let us see. So we are given cos theta plus sin theta equal to root 2 cos theta, and we want to prove that cos theta minus sin theta is root 2 sin theta. Let us see how. So for that, what you will do, see, just take cos theta to the right hand side. See, if I take cos theta to the right hand side, it will be root 2 cos theta minus cos theta. Okay. Now take your common cos theta. If cos theta is taken common in the right hand side, here it will be root 2 and here it will be minus 1. So sin theta is cos theta into root 2 minus 1. Children, in class 9 we had read one thing, that is rationalization of denominator. Of course, here the denominator is nothing, means the denominator is 1. In class 9 we were rationalizing the denominator where the denominator was an irrational number. But here you see, here the denominator is 1. It is a rational number. Let us make it irrational. We will apply the converse. Okay. So what I want to say, children, now what you do, just cos theta into root 2 minus 1, it is already there in the numerator. You multiply another one, say root 2 plus 1, and multiply 1 by root 2 plus 1. That means, what I mean to say, you multiply the numerator. This is the numerator and the denominator is 1. Now to the numerator you multiply root 2 plus 1, and to the denominator 1 you also multiply the same number, that is root 2 plus 1. Why I am going to tell you just now. See, on multiplying what we will get, see. Now on multiplication, what the right hand side will become, see, it will become cos theta into, look at, this a minus b into a plus b, it is an identity, a square minus b square. We know the formula, so we can put that formula. A square minus b square, that means it will be root 2 square minus your 1 square, okay, divided by your root 2 plus 1. Okay, now this will become what you see? This will become root 2 square is 2, 1 square is 1, divided by root 2 plus 1. Then 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1 itself, 2 minus 1 is 1 itself. So this is cos theta by root 2 plus 1. See. So the value of sin theta is equal to cos theta by, that means sin theta equal to, look at, sin theta equal to cos theta by root 2 plus 1. Now it is very simple. Do cross multiplication. Do cross multiplication. So what you will get? You will get root 2 sin theta plus sin theta, you see, equal to cos theta. Very simple. Root 2 plus 1 you cross multiply. Cross multiply sin theta by root 2 plus 1. So it will be root 2 sin theta plus 1 into sin theta is sin theta. So root 2 sin theta plus sin theta is cos theta. Then you take this sin theta to the right hand side. So what you will get? You will get root 2 sin theta equal to cos theta minus sin theta. Because here it is plus, if it goes to the right hand side, it will become minus c. So what did we get ultimately? What did we get ultimately? Ultimately we got that root 2 cos sin theta equal to cos theta minus sin theta. This is what we wanted to prove. This is what we wanted to prove as per the question. Okay. We wanted to prove, or we wanted to find the value of cos theta minus sin theta. Okay, which is equal to root 2 sin theta. See. Perhaps this is the simplest one, but I don't say that this is the only method by which you can do this particular sum. You can do it in a variety of ways. What I feel it is easiest one, that is why I discussed. Okay children? So, like this we are going to discuss all important chapters. I mean all the important questions from different chapters of your book. I mean a different reference book, which will help you a lot in preparing for the board examination, upcoming board examination. It will help particularly class 10 students. Whatever I am discussing, trigonometry, this is of class 10th level as per the CBSE. Okay. So children, with this, let us come to an end. We will discuss more problems in the next class. If at all you understood whatever I discussed in this particular class, I must say that you please hit the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay, thank you.